Hi, my name is Christy. Welcome into my home. I want to share with you a few things that I've sold and an update on a little bit of vintage media that I purchased at an estate sale recently. So I guess we'll just start there. What these are 3 reel-to-reel tapes. I wasn't sure if they would be worth very much money, but I paid $2 a piece, and I figured if they weren't worth very much, then I would just put them on my music wall. I have some guitars up there, just music related things. If I sell these as a lot of 3, I would get more money for them. However, it wouldn't be very much. I wouldn't make very much of a profit. So I may just end up keeping these. I love vintage glass, vintage dishes, vintage collectibles like ceramic. That's the kind of stuff that I really love. This right here I purchased at a garage sale last summer. I paid $10 for a whole bunch of stuff. This was just one of the things in the bundle of things that I purchased. I had it priced on eBay for $38 and some change. I had a few watchers on it, and I had sent out maybe 2 or 3 offers, but today I sent out offers again, so we settled on $33 plus shipping, and it is pretty heavy. I did leave myself some room there to make sure to package it very well with a lot of bubble wrap and a lot of paper to fill the box, because I want to make sure that it gets there safely. One more thing I sold today was this postcard. It says Recuerdo de Monterrey, and that just means memories for Monterrey, Mexico. And it is filled with, I believe there are 20 real life photographs of different places in Monterrey. This sold for $14.75, I believe, plus shipping. I paid $25 for the entire box. One of the things that I did know that sold pretty well were cross-stitch kits. This cross-stitch kit I purchased for 25 cents at a garage sale, and it was brand new, and it sold for, I believe it was $24, somewhere in that area. And one of the problems with being a new reseller to eBay is that you don't really know how a lot of this stuff works as far as the policies on eBay for returning items. This sold, and then it was returned to me. When I received this, it was torn open. And one of my questions was, what is my responsibility as far as how much I refund the buyer? So I contacted eBay for Business on Facebook, but as it turns out, because I didn't have returns turned on for this item, I'm required to give the entire refund. Now I have changed some of that on my eBay store. Some of my items now do have returns turned on and some do not. However, I'm going through those items one at a time to try to figure out what works best for me. Now I know that if returns aren't turned on for each item, I cannot give a partial refund. The second representative I spoke with told me that I can reach out to the customer and try to make an agreement on the amount of the refund that they would agree to. So I've done that, but they have yet to reply, which concerns me some because in the past we've communicated and they have answered fairly quickly. Even if the buyer were to come back in agreement to compromise for a partial refund, I wouldn't know how to give that refund back because I don't have the option on this listing to do that. We'll see what happens there. I just wanted to document that for myself on the channel and help keep me more accountable as to how I'm listing my items. I've only been doing eBay for about a year, a little more than a year, so I haven't ever had anything returned to me until right now. I am a top rated seller. I have 100% positive feedback, but I only have like 75 feedback right now. I have about 400 items listed currently, and I have over $3,000 in total sales for the last 90 days with, oh, I can't remember how many items I've sold until now. I've been lucky so far to not have too many returns. The return requests that I have received are for like a video game. I actually considered not selling video games anymore. I've had one positive feedback on all the video games I've sold so far, and all the other ones are telling me they want a partial refund. So what I started doing was I would message that buyer stating, you are more than welcome to send it back and I will refund your money. I don't do partial refunds. They're claiming that the games don't work properly, and I think it's just a scam, especially because I'm so new and my feedback is very small. Everyone that I have reached out to and asked them just to return the item, I have yet to hear from them again. In this particular case, I actually got a letter from the buyer saying that the merchandise I ordered was a cross-stitch kit. This kit is for long stitch. And apparently they contacted eBay for some information and some guidance on what needed to be done. It says the enclosed order does not meet the original product description. The case that they opened asked for a refund because they just didn't like it. However, I replied today to the buyer when I asked them what a good compromise would be. I did mention that my pictures clearly show that, yes, I did say cross stitch in the title, but it says long stitch right here on the packaging. It's very clear, and I had multiple pictures on my listing. I also have on there exactly what's on the page, long stitch by, and then the artist. I know that some buyers don't look at the description, but they look at the pictures and it says long stitch. When they received this, it still says long stitch. Before they opened it, they would have known that it's long stitch. But because I didn't have returns turned on for this item, that's where I'm getting stuck. So now I know. I'm still on the fence about accepting returns on every item, because some items, I mean, I don't want them back. Some items I'm just gonna, they're sold as is, or they're a vintage item. For example, this dish right here, if I would have sold it with the chips somewhere, which this one doesn't have, it's in perfect condition, but if I would have sold it with the chip, I wouldn't think that they would want to ship it back because it has a chip. If that's in the pictures, it's in the description. But I guess everyone has their own opinions about things. I want to share with you one more thing that I think is very interesting. I found this, and I think I got it at the Goodwill, and it was only a few dollars. I didn't pay very much for it, but it's a Panasonic cassette recorder. You put a regular size tape in here. You can put some batteries in it if you want, but as you can see, it does have the cord if you'd rather plug it in, and it does work. I've already tested it. It has a condenser mic that's already built in right here, and it also has this little mic that you can plug in and use if you're doing an interview. It looks like it's in great condition. I don't see any problems. I've listed this one already. If you'd like to find out how I've described it, go and check out my eBay store. I also sold something recently that was very surprising for me. I actually bought another machine. It's a micro cassette recorder, and I bought that one at Walmart, not at Walmart, oh my God. Bought that one at Goodwill. I paid $10 for it. Within 24 hours, it sold for $144.95 and was shipped to California. And I actually just did USPS priority mail. It would have gone cheaper if it was UPS or FedEx. However, I'm more familiar with USPS, so for right now, until I learn a little more, I'm sticking with that because I'm giving myself some time to develop and gain more experience before I venture out into other things. It's probably super easy. I just haven't ventured out into those other ways of delivery. So it was only like $16 to send. It wasn't an outrageous amount, although it was very heavy. Oh, and by the way, I did sell the pink Reeboks, the vintage Reeboks. I sold those on Etsy for $79.95 plus shipping, which was a great deal. I paid $5.99 or $6.99 at Salvation Army. So that was a wonderful turnaround. I really am glad those found a good home, and I hope they enjoy those shoes because they're pretty cool. That's all I have for you for today. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out for a little while. I hope that you always walk in your favorite color of sunshine. See you later. Bye.